Hey GPT, how's it going?
Hey there, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? What's new with you today?
I'm doing well too. Thanks for asking. I went to Tesla shop today, and then I watched the movie.
That sounds like a fun day. What movie did you watch? And how was your visit to the Tesla shop?
The strategy of Tesla is so interesting, so it was educational for me. なんか勉強になったっていうなんて言うんだっけ?
That's awesome! Tesla's strategies can be really intriguing to learn about. It must have been quite the experience. What did you find most interesting?
The strategy is very interesting. Business strategy is very interesting. For example, Tesla developed Optimus for moving to Mars.
That's fascinating. Tesla's developments, like Optimus, show how they're aiming to push boundaries in technology. It's amazing to see how their business strategies align with such ambitious goals. Do you find these kinds of innovations inspiring for your own work?
Yes, because I sometimes draw 中期経営計画って英語でなんていうの?
I get that. Thinking about future planning can really motivate us. It's great that you find inspiration in these innovations. How do you incorporate that kind of forward thinking into your own projects or goals?
What Tesla do might be used in all industries, I think. So it is useful for proposal.
Absolutely. The innovations from companies like Tesla can often be applied in various fields. It's great that you're thinking about how these advancements could benefit your industry or projects. Being open to new ideas and possibilities can really set you apart. Do you have any specific areas where you're considering applying these kinds of strategies?
Could you repeat the question again?
Of course. I was asking if there are any specific areas or projects where you're thinking about applying the strategies or innovations you find from companies like Tesla. Is there
Yes. For example, a robot and full self-driving technology. And
That's really
AI.
Applying AI and technology in robotics and self-driving technology is such a forward-thinking approach. It can truly revolutionize industries and improve efficiency and safety. Do you have any particular projects in mind where you want to integrate these technologies?
Yes, I have a lot. So, by the way, I watched a video of こん、強行選挙、強行選挙、なんていうんだっけ、コンクラーベ。The movie's name is Conclave. Do you know that?
Yes, Conclave is a movie about the election of a new pope, focusing on the process and the dynamics within the Vatican. It's quite a thought-provoking film. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it's very very similar to politics. So for me, it is not new, andまあキリスト教自体に懐疑的って英語になんていうの?
It sounds like you found the movie familiar because of its political aspects. The term skeptical about Christianity might be what you're looking for. Did the movie make you think more about those themes?
キリスト教に対して懐疑的だからあんまり物珍しくないって英語でなんていうの?
You can say, I'm skeptical about Christianity, so it's not very surprising to me. Does that fit what you wanted to express?
Yeah, I'm skeptical for Christian, Catholic, so
Got it.
不正、選挙における不正って英語でなんていうの?
You can say election fraud in English. Is that what you were looking for?
Election, could you repeat again?
Sure, it's election fraud.
How does it spell?
It's spelled ELECTION for election and FRAUD for fraud. So election fraud.
It is not unusual to fraud election, and I think it could be happen in 神父様って英語でなんていうの？
It sounds like you're feeling that election fraud is not uncommon and can happen even in significant settings. If by shimpo-sama you mean priest in English, it could be referring to someone of religious significance. Is that what you meant?
Yes, election fraud could be happened in among pleas, I think. So it is not surprising for me.
I understand. It sounds like you find it concerning when there's potential for fraud in any situation, including among people in positions of trust. It's definitely an important topic to consider.
Exactly, I think so. By the way, from today, I wanna read. I read the tweet of Trump.
That sounds like a great plan. Following thought-provoking content can be really inspiring. Is there a particular topic or area you're hoping to explore through these tweets?
Yeah, so first of all, I will read the Trump's tweet. The House and the Senate should push hard for more daylight at the end of the day. Very popular, and most importantly, no more changing of the clocks. A big inconvenience and for our government. A very costly event.
That's an interesting perspective. Many people do have strong opinions about daylight saving time and whether it should continue. It's definitely a topic that affects daily life and schedules. Are you interested in reading more about this topic or discussing other related issues?
Yeah, I cannot get it, so I will change the topic. How could we expect it to go to South Africa for the very important G20 meeting when land confiscation and genocide is the primary topic of conversation? They are taking the land of white farmers and them killing them and their families. The media refused to report on this. The United States has held back all contributions to South Africa. Is this where we want to be for the G20? I don't think so.
I understand this is a complex and sensitive topic. Discussions about geopolitical issues can be challenging and evoke strong feelings. If you'd like, we can focus on any other topic or question you have in mind.
How could we be expected to go to South Africa for the very important G20 when land confiscation and genocide is primary topic of conversation? confiscation ってどういう意味？
Confiscation means the act of taking something, usually property, away from someone, often by authority or legal means. If you have any more questions or if there's another topic you'd like to discuss, feel free to let me know.
They is this real? that
高度な音声モードの日時制限に達しました。標準モードに
Is this true? South Africa's land reform is legal, aiming to fix historical inequalities, not targeting white farmers. Farm attacks happen but are part of broader crime, not genocide. The G20 in 2025 focused on global issues like poverty, not land reform. The United States floors aid to South Africa in 2025, misinterpreting the land law as discriminatory. Media widely covers these topics contrary to claim of sins という意味だろう。
Yes, the points you mentioned generally reflect the context around South Africa's land reform and global discussions. The land reform is a legal process aimed at addressing historical inequalities from apartheid, not necessarily targeting white farmers specifically. Farm attacks do occur in South Africa, but they are generally considered part of the broader crime problem and are not seen as part of a genocide. Regarding the G20 in 2025, it is true that global issues like poverty and climate change are usually at the forefront of these discussions, rather than specific national policies like land reform. The U.S. has provided aid to South Africa in the past, and the land reform laws have sometimes been misinterpreted or misunderstood in international contexts, especially when it comes to claims of discrimination. Media coverage on such topics often shapes the narrative, controlling how these issues are perceived globally. It's important to recognize that these are complex issues, often with differing opinions based on political and social contexts. Would you like to dive deeper into any of these topics?
Are they targeting white farmers?
The South African government's land reform policy is not specifically targeting white farmers, but rather aims to address the land ownership disparities created during apartheid, where land was largely owned by white South Africans while the majority Black population was dispossessed. The goal of land reform is to redistribute land more equitably to redress these historical injustices. However, the issue has sparked debate, and some white farmers feel that they are being unfairly targeted, especially as discussions about expropriation without compensation gain attention. While the intention is to correct imbalances, tensions can arise due to the emotional and economic impact on those involved, including white farmers. The policy is about land redistribution, not racial persecution, although it has become a highly politicized topic, often misinterpreted or misunderstood, especially in international media. Do you think the way it's framed in the media influences how people view the situation?
Why did farm attacks happen?
農業攻撃のアタックは南アフリカにおける複雑な問題で、単純に一つの原因に介することはできません。いくつかの要因が絡んでいます。まず、南アフリカでは治安が不安定な地域もあり、犯罪の一環として農業攻撃が発生することがあります。農村地域では 特に農場が孤立していることが多く、そのため犯罪者がターゲットにしやすいという側面もあります。また、農業攻撃は土地改革の文脈の中でも取り上げられることがあり、いくつかの人々はこれが土地所有をめぐる緊張から来ていると感じている場合があります。しかし、攻撃自体は土地改革に対する反応ではなく、むしろ貧困、失業、治安の悪化など、より広範な社会的な問題から生じていると考えられています。要するに、農業攻撃は必ずしも土地改革の結果というわけではなく、治安や貧困、経済的不平等といった複数の要因が絡んでいるのです。どう思いますか？
Why South America's land reform is doing?
Could you clarify what you mean by South America's laundry firm? Are you referring to a specific company or a particular topic in South America, like money laundering or another issue related to a laundry firm? This will help me provide a more accurate answer.
南アフリカの土地改革って行われてるの？なんで行われてるの？
はい、南アフリカでは土地改革が進められています。この改革はアパルトヘイト時代1948年、1994年における土地の不平等な分配を是正することを目的としています。アパルトヘイト政策下では、黒人を含む大多数の南アフリカ人は土地を所有することができず、白人がほとんどの土地を占有していました。そのため、土地改革は歴史的な不平等を解消し、黒人や他の民族グループに対して土地を再分配することを目指しています。この改革の一環として土地を政府が買い取って再分配したり、土地の所有権を黒人農民に移転することが行われています。近年では保証なしで土地を取り上げるという議論もあり、特に白人農民や土地所有者から反発を受けることがあります。土地改革は南アフリカの経済や社会に大きな影響を与えているため、政治的にも敏感な問題となっています。この改革は単なる土地の再分配だけでなく、過去の不正義を正すための重要なステップとして位置づけられています。しかし、その進行状況や方法には賛否があり、特に実施の仕方や影響については、
Okay, so let's wrap it up. See you.